Welcome to a new session on school organization, administration and management. In this class, we will have a discussion on total quality management. We will also discuss TQM principles, indicators of quality in education, basic components of TQM, need and scope of TQM, SWOT analysis, advantages of SWOT analysis. The quality of education is determined by the kind of humans it produces. In education, where the shaping of person takes place, quality is a more holistic concept. Quality in education cannot be restricted to the supplier specification and even apparent customer satisfaction in terms of employability. There is the inner world of human life. Quality in education includes processes that nurture the seeds of inner development. The concept of total quality management or TQM was developed by an American, W. Edwards Deming, after World War II for improving the production quality of goods and services. The concept was not taken seriously by Americans until the Japanese, who adopted it in 1950 to resurrect their post-war business and industry, used it to dominate world markets by 1980. By then, most US manufacturers had finally accepted that the 19th century assembly line factory model was outdated for the modern global economic markets. Total quality management can be defined as a continuous effort by the management as well as employees of a particular organization to ensure long-term customer loyalty and customer satisfaction. The concept of TQM was introduced by Professor W. Edwards Deming in the 1950s, can be applied to almost every organization up to a certain level. Total quality management is an integrative strategy to lead the entire components of organization to enhance the quality of its product and service. Tuttle 1994 traced 4 stages of the development of TQM. First, awareness and early experiments. Second, blind following characterized by frenzied activity. Third, negative skepticism arising out of failures of over-enthusiasm. Fourth, stage of maturity with continuing momentum but well-informed adoption of activities. Whereas many countries are in the 4th stage, we in India are just beginning to realize the potential and are at the early stage of experimentation with TQM in education. Total quality management is comprised of 3 components. First is total, involving the entire organization or made up of the whole. Second is quality, degree of excellence of a product or service it provides. Third, management, the system of managing with steps like plan, organize, control, lead, staff, provisioning, and the art of handling, controlling or directing. Power and Panda in the year 1995 argued that an institution of high quality efficiently and effectively meets its stated purposes or missions developed, taking into account clients' stated as well as implied needs. Schroff and Tierney in the year 1988 identified 9 areas of sensitivity that provide a broad context within which to consider application of TQM. They are: 1. Find internal contradictions. 2. Develop comparative awareness. 3. Clarify the identity of the institution. 4. Communicate. 5. Act on multiple changing forms. 6. Treat every problem as if it has multiple solutions. 7. Treat every solution as a fleeting solution. 8. Look for consequences in unlikely places. 9. Be aware of any solution that hurts people or undermines strong values. Applying TQM in education is a continuous search for quality at personal, group, institutional and societal levels. There are significant potentialities that TQM can offer to education. First, TQM offers a justification and a technique for the continuous search for quality and excellence. Second, it develops willingness and hence a culture for change related to that institutions learn to be more flexible and responsive. Third, TQM makes qualitative shifts in decision making. First, on the location of decision making by active participants irrespective of their levels in the hierarchy of the organization rather than concentrating at the top of the hierarchy, and second, on decision making based on facts. The concept of TQM is applicable to academics. Many educators believe that the Deming's concept of TQM provides guiding principles for needed educational reform. In his article, The Quality Revolution in Education, John J. Bosting outlines the TQM principles he believes are most salient to educational reform. He calls them the 4 pillars of total quality management. Principle 1. Synergistic relationships. According to this principle, an organization must focus first and foremost on its suppliers and customers. In a TQM organization, everyone is both a customer and supplier. This confusing concept emphasizes the systematic nature of the work in which all are involved. In other words, teamwork and collaboration are essential. Traditionally, education has been prone to individual and departmental isolation. However, according to Bosting, this outdated practice no longer serves us. When I close the classroom door, those kids are mine is a notion too narrow to survive in a world in which teamwork and collaboration result in high quality benefits for the greatest number of people. The very application of the first pillar of TQM to education emphasizes the synergistic relationship between the suppliers and customers. The concept of synergy suggests that performance and production is enhanced by pooling the talent and experience of individuals. Principle 2. Continuous improvement and self-evaluation. The second pillar of TQM applied to education is the total dedication to continuous improvement personally and collectively. Within a total quality school setting, administrators work collaboratively with their customers, the teachers. Gone are the vestiges of scientific management whose watchwords were compliance, control and command. The foundations for this system were fear, intimidation and an adversarial approach to problem solving. Today, it is in our best interest to encourage everyone's potential by dedicating ourselves to the continual improvement of our own abilities and those of the people with whom we work and live. Total quality is essentially a win-win approach which works to everyone's ultimate advantage. According to Deming, no human being should ever evaluate another human being. Therefore, TQM emphasizes self-evaluation as part of continuous improvement process. In addition, this principle also laminates to the focusing on students' strengths, individual learning styles and different types of intelligences. Principle 3. A system of ongoing process. The third pillar of TQM as applied in academics is a recognition of the organization as a system, and the work done within the organization must be seen as an ongoing process. The primary implication of this principle is that individual students and teachers are less to blame for failure than the system in which they work. Quality speaks to working on the system, which must be examined to identify and eliminate the flawed processes that allow its participants to fail. Since systems are made up of processes, the improvements made in the quality of those processes largely determine the quality of the resulting product. In the new paradigm of learning, continual improvement of learning processes based on learning outcomes replaces the outdated teach and test mode. Principle 4 is leadership. The fourth TQM principle applied to education is that the success of TQM is a responsibility of top management. The school teachers must establish the context in which students can best achieve their potential through the continuous improvement that results from teachers and students working together. Teachers who emphasize content area literacy and principle centered teaching provide the leadership, framework and tools necessary for continuous improvement in the learning process. Now we will discuss on the indicators of quality in education. The system of indicators of quality in education as well as the quality criteria associated with the indicators helps schools to point out the important areas of their own activities, their own advantages and disadvantages and development opportunities. The indicators are grouped into 7 areas with specific topics. The first is curriculum, under which come the structure of the curriculum, program or goals, tasks, focus on development of functional tasks, focus on students' activities, integration of programs within and between areas. Then courses and programs and key competencies that students develop in the given school. Second is achievements, which are evaluated by external or independent agencies, under which come achievement quality compared with set goals. Third, learning and teaching, teachers' work, students' work and experience, meeting the needs of students and monitoring and evaluating the works of students and teachers. Fourth, students' support, under which come the students' personal, social and spiritual growth, progress and achievement monitoring, support in all aspects of learning, progress, students and teachers' personal development. Fifth, school ethos, under which come school policy, school atmosphere and relations, specific goals of each individual school, orientation towards students, teachers and parents' satisfaction. The sixth one is resources, under which come the school resources, teachers, professional associates, the principal, their education, teachers' teamwork, cooperation, being open to innovation, material resources and premises, and efficient human and material resources. Seventh is management, leadership and quality assurance, under which come the approaches to leadership and management. Now let us discuss the basic components of TQM. First, the management should be aware of current situation and needs to be committed towards TQM implementation. Second, focus has to be given to society's requirements and product or service expectation. Third, involve employees in understanding the quality aspect and make them accountable. Fourth, continuous improvement in the process is required. Fifth, treat parents as your partners. Sixth, develop tracking mechanism for process and improve it as per educational requirements. We shall now see the principles of total quality management. Total quality management is an attempt to enhance the quality of both products and services through certain principles like the first one, continuous improvement. A major thrust of TQM is continual process improvement. Continual improvement drives an organization to be both analytical and creative in finding ways to become more competitive and more effective at meeting stakeholder expectation. Organization should continuously improve the culture of skills. For this, the organization should give effective training and program to make employees skilled ones. Creative and innovation skill make the quality of a product which satisfy the customer and also helps to develop overall working efficiency of the organization. Continual improvement should be a permanent objective of the organization. Second is leadership. Leaders establish unity, purpose and direction of the organization. They should create and maintain the internal environment in which people can become fully involved in achieving the organizational objectives. Third, use of teamwork. Use of teamwork is an important part of TQM. It helps to solve problems of any part of the organization. Team cooperates between each other and one encourages another for making process. All members come together for taking decisions related to procedure and working method. 4. Students are customer focused. Organization depends on their customers and therefore should understand current and future customer needs, meet customer requirements and strive to exceed level of quality. 5. Process centered. A fundamental part of TQM is a focus on process. The steps required to carry out the process are defined and performance measures are continuously monitored in order to detect unexpected variations. A desired result is achieved more efficiently when related to sources and the activities are managed as process. Sixth, integrated system. Although an organization may consist of many different functional specialities, it is the integrated processes interconnecting these functions that are the focus of TQM. 7. Involvement of the entire aspect of educational institutions. In TQM, all the employees of an organization have to participate for improving quality of product, services and the environment they work. Both staff and students should be encouraged continuously to join their hands together to contribute their maximum for achieving total quality enhancement in schools. 8th, strategic and systematic approach. Understanding, identifying and managing a system of interrelated processes for a given objective improves the organization effectiveness and efficiency. The process called strategic planning or strategic management includes the formulation of a strategic plan that integrates quality as a core component. 9. Fact-based decision making. Effective decisions are based on the analysis of data and information. TQM requires that an organization continually collect and analyze data in order to improve decision making accuracy, achieve consensus and allow prediction based on past history. 10th is communication. During times of organizational change as well as part of day-to-day operation, effective communication plays a large part in maintaining morale and in motivating employees at all levels. Communications involving strategies, method and timelines. 11. Mutually beneficial relationships. A mutually beneficial relationship between management and employees enhances the ability of both to contribute maximum. Need for total quality management. Total quality management is a methodology that facilitates adapting to today's changing external environment. It has certain merits like: first, it establishes a flexible design and infrastructure so as to enable the institution to fulfill changing societal demands. Second, it facilitates bringing about change in an institution. Third, quality management helps organizations to reduce waste and stagnation. Fourth, quality management ensures increased quality and higher productivity of both products and services. Fifth, quality management helps maximum utilization of available resources. Sixth, it creates awareness for the need and opportunity for improvement. Seventh, it sets explicit goals for improvement. Eighth, it provides appropriate training. 9. It creates systematic organizational structure. 10. It identifies and reports progress. 11. It develops mutual respect and cooperation. 12. It helps continuous evaluation and supervision. 13. It ensures participation of all employees. 14. It saves time and energy. 15. It develops great relationship between teachers and students. 16. Creates excellent placement opportunities. 17. It ensures extensive and continuous improvement. 18. Enhances relationship between management and faculty. 19. It helps SWOT analysis and quality audit. Here we will discuss the scope of total quality management in education. With the changing patterns of education, course content, nature of learner and organizational structure, the concept of quality has become an inherent component of the educational process for its success. TQM in education is a timely concept which must be clearly understood, adopted and implemented to cope up with the rising demands in the global scenario. So it is evident that TQM has a wider scope in education. Let us now see some of the areas. First is the vision of an institution. The vision of an institution provides them proper direction to meet their future challenges. As far as the concept of TQM is concerned, vision has a significant role to play in the quality enhancement of an educational system. An institution without quality vision cannot achieve their objectives effectively and efficiently. Second is school administration and management. Administration is the policy formulation process and management is the implementation of the same. So, it is necessary to plan all the activities and programs well in advance in a very specific way to ensure the achievement of all objectives in time. It is very necessary to frame all these based on qualitative aspects which provide maximum benefits to the students who are the real customers. Third is curriculum. As the curriculum is determined by the nation, state, there should be a national and state level monitoring committee to ensure that the curriculum is framed according to the demands and tastes of the learner. The quality should be maintained in each element of the curricular program so that we can call it a quality curriculum. Fourth is a teaching learning process. Effective implementation of a curriculum is possible only by the effective transaction of it. It can be achieved only through a quality enabled teaching learning process. It must be learner centered, process oriented and a socially linked one, which will enrich the multiple skills of the learner and leads to their maximum satisfaction. The programs like ICT enabled teaching learning, e-textbooks, e-classroom management, etc. should be implemented in all institutions to ensure learner satisfaction. Fifth, formation of quality circles. As part of the teaching learning process, quality circles can be used. It refers to the learning by a small group of students who study the same subject. This group is voluntarily gathered on a regular basis to discuss their subject related problems in a systematic way to find out solutions in cooperation with the teachers. TQM provides a systematic and clear-cut framework for the formation and implementation of quality circles. Sixth, student assessment. TQM always warrants a result-oriented approach, and each activity should be aimed to achieve its maximum result. The student assessment should be continuous and comprehensive throughout the program. Various modern assessment strategies can be used to find out an individual's development. The results should be statistically analyzed and remedial measures should be suggested. 7. Human resource management. TQM gives more focus to quality-based recruitment, selection, training and development, work allotment, employee utilization, performance appraisal and rewarding, assessment and rating. Scientific methods and systems should be used for all these, and use of statistical techniques is also mandatory. 8th, financial management. Quality of all components of a system always depends on the proper utilization of finance. This can be achieved by adequate budgeting, resource mobilization, development and optimization, utilization, accounting and auditing, etc. 9th, school infrastructure. This is the foundation of all activities. It includes construction and maintenance of buildings, utilization of infrastructure, library, laboratory, hostel, etc. While doing all these, quality must be a major component, and optimum utilization of all these is very essential. Proper planning and management must be done for this. 10th, student services. As per TQM, since students are the customers of an educational institution, their satisfaction is to be ensured. So, maximum services like guidance and counseling, sports and amenities, recreation facilities, incentives and scholarships, and other co-curricular activities, etc., should be given to students. 11. Stakeholders services. Apart from parents, there are immediate neighborhood and community, local bodies such as panchayats, municipalities and corporations, higher authorities, other related departments, former students, etc., who are the major stakeholders of an educational institution. As per TQM, an institution should create a proper linkage with all its stakeholders. Here we will discuss SWOT analysis. SWOT is an acronym of strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. By definition, strengths and weaknesses are considered to be internal factors over which we have some measure of control and opportunities, and threats are considered to be external factors over which we have essentially no control. An overview of the 4 factors, strengths, weakness, opportunities and threats, are discussed. Strengths. Internal factors that are likely to have a positive effect on or be an enabler to achieving the school's objectives. Strengths are the qualities that enable us to accomplish the organization's mission. These are the basis on which continued success can be made and continued or sustained. Weaknesses. Internal factors that are likely to have a negative effect on or be a barrier to achieving the school's objectives. Weaknesses are the qualities that prevent us from accomplishing our mission and achieving our full potential. These weaknesses deteriorate on the organizational success and growth. Weaknesses are the factors which do not meet the standards we feel they should meet. Opportunities. External factors that are likely to have a positive effect on achieving or exceeding the school's objectives or goals not previously considered. Opportunities are presented by the environment within which our organization operates. These arise when an organization can take benefit of conditions in its environment to plan and execute strategies that enable it to enhance quality. Organizations can gain competitive advantage by making use of opportunities. Threats. External factors and conditions that are likely to have a negative effect on achieving the school objectives or making the objective redundant or unachievable. Threats arise when conditions in external environment threaten the reliability and profitability of the organization's business. They compound the vulnerability when they relate to the weaknesses. Threats are uncontrollable. When a threat comes, stability and survival can be at stake. Advantages of SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis helps in strategic planning as it is a source of information for strategic planning. It builds organization's strengths. It reverses its weaknesses, maximizes its response to opportunities, overcomes organization's threats. It helps in identifying core competencies of the organization. It helps in setting of objectives for strategic planning. It helps in knowing past, present and future so that by using past and current data, future plans can be chalked out. It would allow achievable goals or objectives to be set for the organization. Let us now summarize what we have discussed. We can say that TQM is nothing but managing the whole organization to achieve its maximum excellence. It is the application of quantitative methods and human resources to improve all the processes within the organization so as to achieve a maximum customer satisfaction. Total quality management in education is an integrative philosophy of management for continuously improving the quality of education and educational process. Here, the learners can be considered as the ultimate customer and their satisfaction will lead to the joy of learning, which in turn will result in the benefit of all the stakeholders such as parents, society, government, etc. This session dealt with the 4 pillars of TQM, basic components, principles, need and scope of TQM in educational institutions. Knowing the significance of SWOT analysis will enable teachers and students to improve their teaching and learning process and also helps for better academic performance. This management strategy will provide a focus and thrust to quality management in the institution. Unlike other approaches, TQM is a human-oriented, human-intensive technique. Thank you for watching this session on total quality management. See you again with a new topic next time. Have a good day.